Hey, what's going on, YouTube? You know what time it is.
Are you questioning me?
Time for a mailbag. Okay, first question. A viewer writes me and says, I think 3-star pets are a myth. How long does it take to 3-star a pet anyway? How many 3-star pets do you have? What method do you use to make something 3 stars? Well, 3-star pets do take a bit of work. I currently have 7 3-stars. And when I'm making a 3-star pet, I use the rig the deck method. All right, so right now I'm working on a Shadow Manticore. I finished off my Bullion Beast, you can see here. And so, while I still have some time in Home Kingdom, I'm working on the Shadow Manticore. When the new infantry pet comes out, I'll switch to that. So let me show you the rig the deck method. So every pet you catch is going to have at least a 0-star talent on it. What you do is you regenerate it down to 2 slots. Then you take the second skill slot and make it 1 star higher than the talent skill. Then you release the pet, and you're going to have about a 70% success rate in getting the 0-star talent off it. When you lose the roll, if you will, and you get the 1-star, you just save those, and that helps you when you're trying to get a 1-star off versus a 2-star. If I ever get a 2-star on a pet, either by catching it in the wild, and that's really only happened twice to me in the entire time I've played the game, or by upgrading it, I don't use the rig the death method. I'll just take it directly off the pet, unless I randomly catch a pet with a 3-star talent in the second skill slot. That doesn't happen often, but it happens now and again. As for how long it takes me to 3-star a pet, it used to take me about 2 full seasons. However, when they made the change, which every pet you catch, has at least a 0-star talent on it, it's gotten a lot faster. So now it takes me less than 1 full season to 3-star a pet. You can see the Bullion Beast I have here. I finished 3-starring it. Obviously, that came out midway through last season. The new season hasn't even started yet, and I've gotten that to 3 stars. Okay, so I got a couple questions about my recent Mage tier list video, and one of the common questions is how could you forget Mage? They're a very strong mage pair, and that's a fair point, right? Mage, even though they're intended to be archer heroes, they work very well with mages, and I should have had them on the list, and they would have been somewhere near the top of B tier had I not forgot them. Just an oversight on my part. Our next question has to do with the matchmaking, and it basically boils down to how do you feel about the matchup? How do you feel about this system? Historically, I've been a big proponent of what I refer to as the Dragonfall system, because the first time we did this, you pick your team and then your teams get matched up scenario. It was the Dragonfall KVK. I'm going to admit defeat on this one. In order for the Dragonfall type system, the matchup type system to work, you have to have developers that are both interested and capable of giving good matchups. And reviewing the overall matchups this KVK, it's pretty clear that the developers are either unwilling or unable to give us good KVK matchups, and probably both. So I'm going to take the L on this one. The Dragonfall type system, it doesn't give you good KVKs. All it does is delay the KVK for about a week. Let's get the developers out of this. They've proven that they're not either capable or willing or both to give us good matchups. And the player base, it's not a perfect solution, but it's a better solution than this. Okay, a viewer writes me and he says he'd love for me to make some videos on budget build for pets, in particular infantry pets. And I think that's pretty fair right now. If you sort of just Google an old war pet, you're going to get videos that just aren't relevant, that are years old, that are outdated. Obviously, my channel is pretty war pet focused, and so I intend to make a new videos. In fact, I'm announcing a new series of videos on sort of the old war pets. We're going to go through them. We're going to talk about, hey, who is this? Who is this war pet? What hero is it for? What heroes is it good with? What's the power build for the war pet? What's the hero enhancement build for the war pet? If you're on a budget, what should you do? And what's my recommendations going forward? So look for that new series starting soon. We're going to be going through all the war pets, in particular the older war pets, just to refresh that old, outdated, stale information. All right, and the last question I got is, hey, what did you do with that bullion beast you caught? Well, you can see I haven't done anything with it yet, but the overwhelming majority of people said I should just do the skill swap, that even at that cost, it's still a great value. So we're going to do that, and we're doing it live. So just to show you how this works, right, we push this button here. This is the primary. I want to make this one here the secondary. And so what's going to happen is basically all of these skills are going to go over here. Now the one exception to that is the talent skill. The higher level talent skill always goes to the left pet. So that's true here too. But if these were swapped, right, if the 3-star was over here and this was like 1-star or 0-star or whatever, then the 3-star would remain over here. Otherwise, all these skills will swap. So I go ahead and do this. Quite a cost, but I think it's worth it. And there we go. And you can see my little, the new bullion beast here with these stats. It's got all the new skills on it. So mission complete. Okay, I try to respond to everyone that reaches out to me either via Discord message or a message on one of my videos or in-game chat. But quite frankly, I get a lot of messages. I'm often very busy and sometimes things get lost in the shuffle. So if I haven't responded to you, I'm sorry. It's not intentional. It probably just gotten lost in the chaos of life. If you'd like your question answered, even in private or one of these videos, hit me up in Discord or send a message in game or put a message at the bottom of this video. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. And until next time, you stay classy, Belron.